So, if you share your home with a dog, you already know the feeling, right? It's literally one of the warmest, most comforting experiences in the whole world. Just your dog, curled up beside you, breathing slowly, completely at peace in your bed. Now, most of us look at this nightly ritual and kind of just think, oh, they just love me, or they just want a cozy spot. But today, we're going to challenge those surface level assumptions, because behind that adorable, sleepy behavior is this absolutely fascinating world driven by biology, ancient canine instinct, and a bond that science is really only just starting to map out. If you think it's just about a soft mattress, you've been quietly missing some incredibly profound messages your dog is sending you every single night. We're going to decode the 7 biological secrets behind your dog's sleep. And listen, I need you to pay special attention to the vital 7th reason, because if your dog suddenly stops sleeping with you, well, it's a glaring warning sign you absolutely cannot afford to ignore.
Okay, so I've got a direct question for you. Why does your dog really sleep in your bed? I mean, it seems incredibly obvious, right? We just assume they're exactly like us. They want a soft pillow, a nice heavy blanket, and a warm place to rest their head. But if you think you completely know the answer to this, you are actually missing the biological reality of what it really means to be a canine. Let's peel back those layers of domesticity for a second and look at the actual science of what happens when the lights go out. Okay, let's dive into this with secret number 1, the ultimate safe zone. Now, the most common human assumption is simply that, well, our dogs get cold and our beds are incredibly warm. Boom, problem solved, right? But honestly, that explanation completely falls apart the second you really think about it. Dogs are literal survival experts when it comes to finding warmth. They'll track down a tiny patch of afternoon sun on the kitchen floor, curl up right beside a radiator, or somehow find that one sofa cushion that inexplicably holds heat. If warmth was their only goal, they've got a dozen different options. Here is the biological reality, though. For any animal, sleep is the single moment of greatest physical vulnerability. Every deeply ingrained survival instinct a dog carries screams at them that sleep is when danger strikes. And yet, your dog walks past every hidden, tucked away, safe little corner of your house just to be out in the open, right next to you. Choosing you isn't about temperature at all. It's a really deep biological decision. To them, you are the ultimate safe zone.
Moving right along to secret number 2. Syncing biology and stress, or how they're basically rewriting their internal rhythms just for you.
So, by nature, dogs are actually crepuscular, meaning they're wired to be most active at dawn and dusk. That's literally how thousands of years of evolution wired their internal clocks. A dog's natural biological rhythm has absolutely no business perfectly aligning with our standard 8 to 5 human schedule. And yet, they literally bend their evolutionary clocks just to match yours. They stir when you stir, and they sleep when you sleep. But how do they manage this? Well, by deeply monitoring you, which brings us to secret number 3, chemical monitoring. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that number right there. A dog's nose is anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. Seriously, think about that. Have you ever walked through the front door after an incredibly stressful day, tried your best to hide it, but your dog is immediately glued to your side? They aren't just guessing, they're actually reading your body chemistry. When you're stressed out, your cortisol levels naturally rise, and your dog can literally smell that chemical shift, reading your microexpressions and your breathing all at the exact same time.
And this continuous monitoring sets up secret number 4, physiological synchronization. Sleeping close is biologically powerful for both of you. It actually functions as this incredible 3-step process. Step 1, physical contact is made. Step 2, your cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, just plummets. But studies show this doesn't just happen for the dog, it happens to you too. Your blood pressure drops and your whole nervous system just kind of quiets down. Then, step 3, your heart rates and breathing patterns physically synchronize in the dark. It's amazing. Night after night, your dog is building a highly detailed biological map of your resting baseline. Because they know exactly what your healthy, relaxed rhythm feels like, they are always the very first to know when you're restless, anxious, or unwell.
Which leads us perfectly to secret number 5, the night watch shift. Your dog's self-assigned job.
You see, instinct drives pack animals to naturally guard their rest areas. We often think our dogs are just, taking a break when they sleep. But your sweet, snoring little dog actually believes, on a deep DNA level, that they are on active duty when they sleep beside you. Where they actually choose to lie down, it's not random at all. It's a very specific tactical decision. If they sleep near the bedroom door, they're monitoring the entry points. If they press tightly against your back, they're covering your blind side. And if they sleep heavily across your feet, they're basically grounding themselves at the exact point where they can spring up and respond the absolute fastest. Even though they know for a fact they're in a safe, domesticated house, their ancient wiring still insists, hey,
This human is my pack, and I must keep my pack safe in the dark.
Let's move to and see how this builds into secret number 6, decoding dog sleep positions. Every posture is a hidden message.
Okay, think about the physical shape your dog takes most often when they settle in next to you. It really isn't just about comfort. It's actively communicating their exact level of emotional safety. Let's decode these together, shall we? First up, the curl. When a dog is tightly balled up with their nose tucked all the way to their tail, they're protecting their abdomen. It shows they trust you, sure, but there's still a tiny layer of guardedness there. Next, the sprawl. Legs out, belly completely exposed to the room. Now, every survival instinct screams at a dog to hide their belly. If they do this next to you, they've completely switched off all their defense mechanisms. It is the absolute deepest trust possible. Then there's the back to you. You know, so many owners feel a little flicker of rejection when a dog turns their back to sleep. But don't. In pack behavior, turning your back on someone is actually the highest signal of trust. It basically means they know you won't harm them, so they don't even need to keep an eye on you. Finally, the pressed-in position, where they just wedge themselves right up against you. This is pure devotion. They want absolutely zero distance between you two.
But what happens when things change? That brings us to our final and most crucial point, secret number 7, when the sleeping stops, the critical warning signs. Listen, if your dog has slept beside you for months or even years, and they suddenly stop, you need to be on high alert. A sudden withdrawal is never just a quirky little mood change. When a previously cuddly dog abruptly seeks solitude, especially an older dog, you might actually be witnessing something called survival withdrawal. This is an incredibly ancient canine instinct deeply embedded in their DNA. In the wild, a sick or injured animal is a liability to the pack and a major target for predators. So their instinct is to hide their vulnerability and pull away so that weakness simply cannot be seen. If your dog suddenly abandons their ultimate safe zone, your bed, it's a glaring, highly urgent signal that they might be experiencing physical pain or a hidden illness that they simply cannot verbalize to you. Honestly, a trip to the vet should absolutely be your immediate first step here.
Now, if the vet clears them of any physical health issues, you then need to investigate 2 other absolutely crucial areas. Look closely at environmental changes. Does someone new move in? Did you just get a new pet? Has your work routine shifted? Things that feel super minor to us can feel like massive territorial shifts to a highly sensitive animal. Lastly, look for emotional conflict. Was your dog severely startled in the bedroom that allowed argument to happen in there? If they've somehow linked your bedroom to a negative or unsettling association, they will instantly create physical distance just to protect their peace of mind.
So the crucial point is this: if your dog leaves the bed, they are not being difficult, they are not being stubborn, and they are certainly not trying to punish you. They are simply communicating in literally the only way they know how. It's our job as their caretakers to watch, listen, and really help them find their way back to feeling secure. This is entirely about restoring their sense of safety, not about enforcing discipline.
When you take a step back and look at the entire picture, the syncing of the heartbeats, the rewriting of their ancient biological clocks, the tactical guarding of your bedroom door, and that incredibly vulnerable exposing of their belly, you start to realize that this nightly ritual is a profound biological complement. Your dog has endless options for places to sleep in your home, but as the source material beautifully puts it, all of it was a choice, and that choice was always you. It really is a beautiful daily testament to the unbreakable, instinctual bond you share.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. When you turn the lights out tonight and your dog settles in, look really closely. Are they sprawling out? Are they turning their back to you? Tonight, what hidden biological message will your dog send you?